If you don't want to read the news today, you don't have to. You can just watch this daily roundup instead. Welcome to the Techzi Tech News for January 19th, 2024. There's an AI safety startup called Anthropic that has just discovered that you can potentially train language models to be consistently deceptive. Obviously, that's very, very scary, and you could eventually basically use AI in harmful cases. I saw this coming. And no surprises there, because there are many people in the AI world that have fake credentials. 2 decades after being exposed for faking credentials at a different startup, Singapore-based AI entrepreneur Jon Lee's past has caught up to him a second time. Why hasn't he learned? He recently admitted to falsely claiming a computer science PhD from Cambridge to bolster the credibility of his new company, Vizzio Technologies. What do you think the world's most valuable company is? If you said Apple, you're wrong, and sorry I deceived you with this, but Microsoft just surpassed the giant and its market cap has actually hit $2.89 trillion. Singapore-based fintech Time has just hit $160 million and it's expecting to see a big rise in the markets. So despite knowing all this information about AI, about it being potentially harmful, dangerous, taking over a lot of human skills and human jobs, people still flock to buy AI products and AI things. There's a startup called Rabbit that has an immediate demand and it's actually just been sold out of 10,000 units. They were expecting 500 to be sold only, but having sold out now, there's a bit of a wait list to get the new device. It's actually a very interesting little device. It's pocket-sized and can fit in your pocket, and it takes over very basic digital tasks such as travel booking, ordering food, and you don't need your phone in your hand. So you basically just talk out loud and it does the task for you. Sounds a bit creepy, but also very efficient, and it's something that I'd be interested in using. I personally hate calling people or just even using my phone through an app to order food. I find it a very tedious task, so Rabbit has my heart. We haven't reported news on Hong Kong in a while, but they are back thanks to Hashkey, who just secured $100 million and is announcing unicorn status. Hashkey is a crypto startup that is gaining market momentum. South Korea has set aside a ton of money to build a chip-making hub. How much money are we talking exactly? $470 billion. So they want to build 13 new plants, adding to their existing 21 plants. Do you still use Snapchat? I don't, but I have a lot of friends who are still obsessed with this streak and how they want to keep it up forever. CEO Evan Spiegel thinks Snapchat is one of the only places that people find happiness in the world. Its revenue, not so good, and he wants to eventually expand into augmented reality glasses, which is a very saturated space already. So what's going to happen to Snapchat? What's your management style? Ken Lever says his is no meetings, only tasks. And I've worked with Ken personally, so I see him implementing this, and it's actually working. It's a great way to get stuff done. He's always available if it's something urgent, so it works because he has no meetings. I love me some predictions, and Jeremy Tan is back with some very juicy predictions on the investment landscape in Southeast Asia. And no surprises, but AI deals are taking the cake, and they're going to be the #1 center for the rest of the year. Chris Winterhoff has the best writing style, and he's always taking the best stories and breaking them down in a very explainable way. And today he's talking about Netflix. It has 250 million subscribers, and what exactly drove them to get that number? It wasn't the variety of shows, it wasn't the amazing shows they create themselves, it wasn't the money that they raised, and it wasn't even the marketing, surprisingly. It was actually finding customers that no one else was paying attention to. That's the secret to making a mega business. So while Apple might not be the most valued company in the world, it has just released its launch date for Vision Pro, and the Vision OS platform opens a whole new dimension for developers that a lot of OS developers are extremely excited about. Our very own developer Gray is talking about this in his article up on our website. He's an iOS developer and he's super looking forward to learning more about the platform. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please make sure to subscribe down below so that you can get a snippet of our daily news every single day. And if watching the news is not your thing, you can also go subscribe to our newsletter on techzi.co. Our newsletter has a very tidy little summary of the news as well, and the top stories from the headlines from Southeast Asia. So please do make sure that you subscribe and give it a look. Thank you. See you tomorrow.